Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, the golden child. Hey, Nene. Golden child, you can love it. I see the one thing about my space, you can have your difference of opinions, but everyone's not gonna like it. Everyone's gonna have their different opinions on it. But yeah, you can definitely love it. You can love it too, Mickey. Hey, Nene. Yeah, you can love it. I'm just going to give my opinion on it. And I'm very anal when it comes to my movies and it comes to my TV shows. So I'm going to give my perspective on it from a writing standpoint. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if Golden Child is here, but I know Nene's here. I know Mickey is here. Mickey, you didn't even watch it. You know what? I can't with you. I cannot. Hey, Karan. Hey, Nikki B. Hey, Shayla. You said you watching it now, almost finished. Okay, gotcha, girl. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm waiting for people to come in. Did you guys get the notification? I'm hoping you did, because at one point you guys weren't getting it. Yeah, Mickey, I'm laughing and side eyeing you at the same time because I'm like, you didn't even watch it. But it's all good. You can sit back and listen to the review, and then maybe that'll make you go watch it. You finishing up? Yeah, there's an audience for everyone. There's an audience for every single person. But I am very anal about movies, television shows, and I'm sure some of you guys have heard my reviews on scripted TV on my page before. I break it down, so that's my thing. Um, am I wrong to say I will watch the sequel? You are absolutely not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. There's an audience for everyone. I guess I just wasn't the audience for it. But again, I'm super anal. And for me, here's another thing, and you guys can let me know what your opinions are. And again, I like to hear different opinions as long as we're respectful to each other. I don't care about, if you agree or disagree. You can tell me why you disagree with me. We can have an adult conversation about it for sure. My thing is this. We have so many people, Black people, who try to get into this business who do not have close to the resources and the means and the access like Kandi and Todd do. And because they have that access, because they have the bags and the funds, yeah, and the resources to be able to get your movie on Peacock, which is a NBC platform, I just expect a little bit better. Just a smidge. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Old lady gang. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. But with that, because again, I honestly I was actually going to do a pre-recorded video, but I just kept stumbling over everything that I was saying. I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to do a freaking live on this, and I'm going to give my opinion, and people can watch it when they can. But for people who are in here now, how many have watched it? Let me know. Mickey, I know you haven't watched it, but let me know how many people have watched it. And out of, I would say, A through F, what would you rate it? A through a F. Let me know in the comments. Gotta give it up for Todd and Kandi, though. This is his first movie. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So what would you rate it? Yeah, I think it dropped on Sunday. I think. I want to say it was Sunday, Mickey. So far a C. Okay, got you. What about everyone else? What would you rate it for those who have seen it? Huh? Okay, I don't know if this Mama Pam looks like it's kind of spam because I don't know. Okay, yeah, let me remove that. Child, I don't know who that was. Nene a D. Okay. May. Hey May. Like a C or D. I give it a C. May said C. Okay. All right. All right. So C's, D's. Okay. So no one has said an A or B so far. Golden Child was here, but I don't know if she's back. But okay. So C's and D's. So I'll give you my rating after I give my review on it. But for the most part, how did I feel about it? Hated it. Again. Hated it. Yeah. Didn't like it, y'all. I did not like it. Um, did you say an E or a F or a G? You know what, Mickey? Okay, so all right, kind of remind me of a low quality of the brothers in Indecent Proposal. Kandi got the nasty, sweaty. Okay. All right, so here's my review on it. Okay, so the pass. All right. Now, for me, as you can see, I hated it. It's a pass for me. So we have our main character, and again, I get very analytic, like I get anal when it comes to this because I'm breaking down the actual script in itself and why I had an issue with it. Okay. Now, as far as the cinematography and everything, and it's so funny, Nina, you just said that it was decent cinematography. That's definitely not the issue. Directing, the issue mainly was the damn writing. That's just pretty much what it is. The writing was the issue for me. Now, of course, we know it was produced by Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. And then the writing, the actual script was Todd and someone named Ronnie Brown. And I believe she is a female, Ronnie Brown. Okay. So my thing is this. Yes, Mickey. This because of Candy's connections, in my opinion, that's the reason why it got on Peacock. Peacock, if you look at Peacock's database, nothing like this is on there, if I'm not mistaken. Everything is based on NBC, Universal, Bravo, high quality stuff. This was definitely giving Tubi. This was giving Tubi. And again, for this being his first film, I applaud him to be able to finish a film. Now, they said they filmed this in 10 days, and damn it, it shows. Look, y'all, I mean, I know Kandi, we know she got coin, but we also know that she can come off very cheap. There's just certain things you can't be cheap on if you want quality, especially for Kandi, who says she wants an EGOT, which, if for those who don't know, she wants an Emmy, a Grammy, which she already has Grammys, an Oscar, and a Tony. To get that E, that O, or that T, you're going to have to bump up that quality, which typically means you're going to have to use more resources and more funds. So, with that, okay, so Peacock has hood movies. I haven't seen them, and now probably because I watched this damn movie, they probably gonna start popping up because a lot of the times they'll start showing you stuff based on what you watched. So now, unfortunately, that I watched this, they're probably gonna pop up. So we have Nina, who is played by Drew Sidora. And one thing I will say, Drew Sidora, hands down, she can act. I am not about to sit up there and talk about that girl's acting. She is an actress. We have seen her on top shows like The Game. The girl knows what she's doing. But even the best actress or actor, if the script is horrible, if the script is garbage, they're not going to be able to act their way through that shit. Period. So she could only do what she could with what she was given in the direction. All right. So Nina, that's played by Drew Sidora. Now we see them, of course, first walking through this house, which apparently they filmed everything at Kandi's house, which I don't have an issue with. They have a big ass house, so might as well use your resources and be able to film where you can film and you don't have to pay for it. But she's walking around the house, and I'm thinking at first that she's selling real estate. But we find out she's an interior designer, and we find out in the most laziest way. And I've mentioned before exposition. Exposition is where you are trying to get information out to the audience. Every movie and every TV show has it. It's just, it has to be a clever way where you're not trying to put it out there like the audience is stupid. But of course, with this being Todd's first script, it came off as if he was trying to force stuff on the audience. So we find out she's an interior designer by that other actress saying, Nina, you have an eye for design. So at that point, I said, oh, hell, okay. We gonna have this blatant shit just thrown up in our faces instead of us figuring it out on our own. I do not like movies that try to put everything out there for me. We're smart. We should be able to figure it out on our own. So then we have her talking to her mom randomly on the phone saying she's on her way home, which again is not needed. In movies, in shows, every scene should have a purpose that progress the story or move the story forward. Why we need to know that she was on the phone with her mama, I don't know. So then we have Maurice. Okay, who is this? I don't like Drew at all. Okay, Mickey, we talking about the acting, not Drew the person. The acting. That's what we're talking about, and the character in itself. So then we have Maurice, who is her husband, and he's with his friend trying to upgrade Nina's ring, and the ring costs $200,000. And I was just like, okay, this is quite interesting. But he's there with the woman, and then he finds out that apparently he's not going to get the commission on this alleged house or this real estate investment that he thought he was going to be able to get due to Nina's mother, whose name is Etta, which in my opinion, this was Todd's get back, because that Etta character almost came off like Mama Joyce. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like this was his way to actually write a Mama Joyce character and call her out without calling her out. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, because I was looking at this character and I was just like, really, Todd? You got to have a Mama Joyce in this situation, don't you? Don't you? So we see the next scene with Etta, and she pretty much is saying, you have been with this guy for 7 years. Let me see. Yeah, this was Kandi's and Todd's biopic. Hey, brother. Yeah, for real. I was just like, okay, this is interesting. But then we have Etta say, look, you've been with him for 7 years. You don't know what type of consulting he does. And then Nina says that he works for a Fortune 500 company. But then when he comes in, we hear about this commission on a property, a mansion. And I'm like, he's a consultant for a Fortune 500 company, but now he's starting with properties and commission on a mansion. I'm lost. Which one are we focused on? So does he actually work for a consulting company? Because we never see him work in this actual movie. Like literally, we don't see him work. What we constantly have is people talking about stuff versus showing us in this movie. And one thing about cinema is that you have to show us versus putting everything in the dialogue. So literally, that was another thing where I was like, what does he actually do? And why is he just now starting in commission when it comes to real estate if he is a consultant for Fortune 500 companies? So with that, we end up meeting Nina's boss, and her name is Tara. I think that's her name, Tara. I started calling her Freak of the Week because that was Miss Freaky. Okay, so she's Freak of the Week. She's down for whatever. And at this firm, Nina finds out that she gets invited to LA to work on a project. And this boss, who is also Maurice's friend, she has on this lace shirt with her titties practically all the way out at this company meeting. And she immediately comes off too strong as if she wants Nina. And I'm just like, this is like Hood Chronicles one-on-one movie. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I was just like, what is going on here? Did you guys immediately feel that where I was just like, okay, clearly something's about to happen between them because they immediately wanted this to come off too strong? Why are you calling her Shawnee O'Neal? At first, I was like, she do kind of remind me of someone, but come to find out, you know who she is? Do you guys remember that book that was really, really popular back in the day called True to the Game? Let me know if y'all heard of that, True to the Game. True to the Game was an actual very popular like urban novel back in the day, and damn near like everyone was reading it like the coldest winter ever. Well, they did an actual movie on True to the Game with Columbus Short, and she was the lead character in True to the Game. So for you guys who probably saw that movie, that's where you guys know her from. But anywho, so my thing is this. Nina's supposed to be the main character, right? We think she's the main character now. Now, what do you guys typically get with the main character? The main character you typically are rooting for. They have a goal. They have something that you're like rooting, like this is the person I need to follow. Did any of you guys have any type of feeling of wanting to root for Nina throughout this whole movie? How did you feel about her main character? Because I didn't know what to root for. I wasn't rooting for her. I also wasn't rooting against her, but I was just like, why do we care to follow her? But maybe it's just me. So that's why a couple of times I fell asleep because I was just like, I don't understand why I need to follow this girl. What is her goal? Besides the fact that she wants her mama to see her so badly, what is the goal? That was one thing. Second thing is she's never active in her own movie. She's never active. She's never really pursuing anything. Everything is happening to her. From the seduction to, you know what I'm saying, everything. She's never active in anything at all in this movie. Yeah, she's playing like she's a dummy, which in certain parts I was like, yeah, this is Drew. This is Drew character in real life. Because you know how Drew always likes to play like she's dumb and she doesn't understand certain things? That's Nina too. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I understand she's a trust fund baby, but there's no way in the world to have all of that money. She didn't have a team on lock besides her mother that would protect her with that money. So that in itself, I was just like, this is just not believable, especially when her husband came to her about a pass and she's like, you mean like a hall pass? And I'm like, what the hell do you think he's talking about? Like, let's come on now. Like, we're grown. You know what the hell he's talking about. So I couldn't root for her. I did not know why I was watching this and what I'm rooting for. Everything was just happening to her. And at the end, I'm just looking at her like, you're stupid as hell. Like, seriously. And she's supposed to be the main character. That's the problem. So with that, Maurice and his boys are playing golf. And for everybody who has watched this whole entire movie, and there's going to be some spoilers, this scene seems cool, but at the same time, now that we know how the ending plays out, some of this stuff was pointless. But Maurice is with his boys playing golf, and they're telling him that he's soft and he pretty much needs to, handle business, and they tired of letting him borrow money. And next thing you know, Shay's, who is Kandi's character, her husband is talking about how he has a past and, Shay allows him to do whatever. And they randomly say, maybe the past will work on Nina. And so Maurice brings the past to her. She's saying, I don't know. And then the next thing you know, this is where we see Kandi's character, Shay, the other character, which I never knew who her name was, and her freak of the week boss and Nina, and they're talking about this past. Now, again, all of this stuff is being said by dialogue. We don't see any of it. For example, when Nina says Shay and I think the other guy's name is Dion or whatever Shay's husband is, she loves their couple goals. Instead of saying that, how about we actually see them be couple goals? Because if we actually would have saw that they were a great couple, then we saw later on that things are not going great after this pass, it would have been more believable. But again, that's what cinema is. You got to actually show us versus telling us, damn it. Todd being a skipper at the conclusion. Yeah, straight up, brother. Because I was just like, Todd, you trying to tell us something? Because at the end, the mama was right. So you trying to tell us something, Todd? What you trying to tell us? So pretty much it was another scene that was forced down our throats. One thing I can't stand about bad cinema is when you have a lot of pointless scenes that is not pushing the story forward, it's because they don't have enough plot and conflict to push the story forward. So you have a lot of unnecessary scenes like at this random restaurant talking about, champagne and things that don't even matter because they don't have enough to push the story forward on its own. So we see that scene and they're talking about, hey, you should do this pass. The mother comes over to randomly apologize for her behavior. And the next thing you know, Drew starts crying, or Nina starts crying. And she's talking about, you don't see me for me. You don't know what I want. And it just gave me the vibes of those old Chitlin Circuit gospel plays like Mama, I Want to Sing. That's the vibes it gave me. And I was just like, this is just random out of nowhere. Why is she crying about this? She's known her mother her whole entire life. She knows her mother. And her mother honestly made a valid point. Her mother says she wants her to go on her own and create her own business, which for her to be a trust fund baby, she should have did this a long time ago. So with that, she gives the husband the pass. And she gives him a pass, but she's not going to take the pass. And then they give these rules. And the rules is that he only gets one night with this person. Now, when she said person, I said, oh shit, this might get interesting because is that person going to be a man? Because that would have been interesting if it was a man. So when she said one night with this person, I said, okay, so you've made this where it could either go either way. But no, it was the typical stuff, which in my opinion, Todd wanted to explore his orn, if you know what I mean, with the P. He wanted to explore that because I was like, how many of these scenes are we really going to have in this movie? But yeah, so that would have been a better plot. Yeah, it would have been a better plot because when she said person, I said, oh, okay, so let's see. Person, let's see what's going to happen. But it was the typical plot. Very typical. So she gives them the pass, gives them all of these rules, no friends, no neighbors, blah, 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 no 5-star hotels. And I'm just like, well, damn, you just want him to get a working girl from the corner? Like, what do you want in this situation? Now, after the dinner celebration, this is the random act of violence in this movie and bad acting. They're walking out after enjoying the celebration dinner, and this random guy says, Trent, you robbed my sister MFer. I'ma get you. Nah, man, he don't rob my sister. He go on and on and on for like 2 minutes. Don't make no move, don't do nothing. And so at that point, Maurice, who I guess he's calling Trent, says, get Nina in the car. And then we see one of the ladies who's the lighter friend. She looked like she turns into Cleo from Set It Off. And she got this little look on her face like she about to pull out her hammer. Like she about to get down. And I was like, okay, this is quite interesting. But again, the guy who was acting very upset, I was just like, what in the hell is this? Yes, Shayla. It was corny as hell and it was bad acting one-on-one. I did not understand it. But here's the problem. If you're gonna have this incident, this incident that's clearly supposed to turn the tables on this movie and try to figure out what's going on, this is the point that you should have made Nina active. Because this happens, which is a weird scene, which would make anyone wonder what the hell is going on and why was you so busy rushing me in the car while we handled it. The next scene, he literally, Maurice has a bruise on his face and she comes in with an ice pack. There's no police, there's no investigation. She just comes in with an ice pack, calls him Trent as a joke, and then he damn near flips out on her like, don't call me that. And yet, we don't see her look at this like it's suspicious and maybe start being active in her own story, trying to pursue this as to what the hell is going on, especially when later on she says he did live in Boston and this guy randomly called him Trent. So that should have give you an alert where we're like, she's going to be active in her own story and she's not that stupid because she's going to try to figure out what the hell is going on. Yes, exactly. 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 It, and so I was just like, if you're going to use it, don't put random ish in the movie if you're not going to use it. It was like a scene and then it disappeared and it was never brought up again, except when again in dialogue when she's talking to her boss freak of the week best friend. And I'm like, stop telling us, show us. You got to be active in movies and freaking shows. Why do you keep having this dialogue and there's no action and everything is just happening to her like she's this big victim? So that was okay. What you say, Shayla? We don't know what happened with that scene exactly, and that's the problem. Those are the type of things. There were so many scenes where I was just like, this scene is pointless. It's pointless. And then when you finally get a scene that I guess makes you wonder, you're not pushing it forward. How does this happen in any situation where someone is irate and they get into a fight and no one comes? No one comes and it doesn't progress to another scene. It just didn't make any sense. So now, one thing I will say this. We clearly see later on when she goes to LA, she ends up taking the pass, even though she said she didn't want to pass, and she broke her rules. Okay. So I will give that because that was a nice little twist where it's like she said she didn't want the pass, but ended up taking the pass and ended up breaking the rule, not only having freaky tales with her boss slash best friend slash freak of the week, but also it's her husband's best friend. So literally I was like, oh, okay, so here it is. She ended up breaking her own rules. So I thought that was pretty good. No, Mickey, watch it. This is my opinion, but I am super like, you guys already know my background. I grew up out here. Movies and TV was pretty much how I grew up. So I look at things a lot differently in an analytical way. Like I just look at it differently. I'm looking at the story in itself and how it just didn't add up, which is why it took me out of it. So yeah, but definitely watch it and then you can hit me up, DM or on here and let me know what you think about it because I would love to get your opinion on it too. Some people said they absolutely loved it. They did. So definitely watch it. Her mom was on everything on how the hell she would have not done a background check. Exactly. No way in hell. If he got half of her money, which again, all of these spoilers, if he got half of her money, which that means she had a substantial amount of money. There's no way in hell, especially with how she clearly felt her daughter was naive and stupid when it came to these people. Her mother should have even been more active in making sure that her daughter was okay. And she had to have a team of people. That's why I was saying everything was happening to her. There was nothing for me to root for in this situation. Nothing. Broke every single rule. Exactly. Now, I thought that was like, okay, that part was clever, Todd. Like, She said she didn't want the pass, but ended up taking the pass and broke every single rule that she gave her husband. Like that was interesting. Yeah. Oh, you like horror movies? Okay. Well, hopefully we get a good horror movie and I could do a review on that. So here we go with the main thing is after, of course, she has her freaky tales with her boss, which, by the way, the boss was a straight predator. And we could talk about men all day long doing this, but in my personal opinion, the way, and she kept saying the word grooming. I groomed you, I groomed her, and all she was doing, all I could see was lawsuits all over the place, SA all over the place, SH all over the place. I was like, oh no, it don't make a difference when men do it. Women do it too, and women should be held just as much accountable. It's not cute or sexy when women do it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So y'all was feeling me. I was like, why is this even appropriate right now? She pimping out these women. Like, seriously. Oh yeah, freaky tales. Cause we can't use certain words up in here, but freaky tales. And that's why I was calling her. I said, she the freak of the week. 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 That's her. So yeah, I was just like, this is a predator. Like, why is this even cute? The way she playing with these women and using them left and right. Like, this is crazy. Um, exactly. See, y'all feel me what I'm saying. So pretty much she gets home after having this explicit freaky tales moment with her boss. She feels guilty. Next thing you know, everything flips upside down. Now all of a sudden, Shayla and her husband are going through it because this pass didn't work for them, because now the husband is overstepping boundaries. And instead of just having Shay not be there because she's so upset, she's just in the background fuming, upset with her husband while they playing spades. And she all of a sudden randomly says, "You better tell that bitch to stop calling me," and then storms off. And I'm like, well, if you're that damn upset, why are you here? Like, usually when couples get into it, that person ain't there. And then literally, yeah, see Mickey, see Teeth, brother. Yeah, it sounds like y'all onto something on this. So she goes in the kitchen, and I'm sorry, Kandi. I ain't got nothing against Kandi, but this acting here was, oh God, I'm so upset. I can't believe that he tried to play me like that. She was saying, do you got a GU, you know what? You got some steel, you got a hammer, just random, just out of the blue. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you guys, I don't understand what the point of this is. But I guess the main thing they were trying to say is the pass didn't work. And while they were so busy trying to push Nina to give her husband a pass, now all of a sudden this pass doesn't work. So you know what? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Mickey, y'all, Mickey, she cutting up. She cutting up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me continue. So with that, after that, a random picture comes up on Maurice's phone, and Nina starts tripping because she feels like, one, Maurice said he didn't use the pass, but a random ass shows up on his phone, and she's like, you did use your pass, you cheating on me or whatever. And so at that point, Freak of the Week Tara is grooming another assistant, which is Nina's assistant in the freaking job. And literally, again, like I said, this was a straight predator. And for whatever reason, she decided to get freaky at the office, and purposely, I'm assuming so Nina can see it. And Nina gets jealous, damn near about to cry, because a girl that is supposed to be her best friend and boss is now having freaky tales with someone else. So again, everything's happening to Nina. Nina, I guess, got turned out, I suppose, and fell in love with this woman over one night, I guess. So she is having a jealous moment in this situation. So then the anniversary party comes and she gets this upgraded ring. All right. But even though she's getting this upgraded ring, she's still jealous over the fact that Freaky Tail's boss was sitting up there having Freaky Tales with Nina's assistant. So while she's had this anniversary, she's still having moments about thinking about this Tara girl. And with that, we're thinking, I suppose, or they wanted us to think that Tara is trying to break up the relationship between Maurice and Nina because maybe she wants Nina. So, oh my gosh, maybe I need to do a panel or something because y'all got me cracking up. So literally, that's what we're thinking, because next thing you know, she takes a C wrapper, and puts it in his jacket pocket. Next thing you know, she takes some panties and throw them in the bedroom. And so Nina finds the C wrapper. And then also when she decides that she is tired of Maurice and I guess his lying ways, she ends up having freaky tales with her best friend boss again. And then the boss finds the freaking drawers. And she just leaves and is like, are you all right? Well, these aren't your drawers. Okay, well, call me if you need me, and leaves out. So now Nina is a ball of emotions. Next thing you know, she decides she wants to leave her husband and she wants to be with this Tar girl. And the Tar girl gets up and is like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Oh, by the way, I'm about to give your assistant a promotion that allowed me to groom her. I'm going to give her the Bentley project and you're asked out. Okay. And then the next thing you know, Nina, like, she about to cry. She gullible. And with that being said, Maurice ends up finding out about the infidelity. And even though Tara tells Nina that he's not going to find out, next thing you know, she gets divorce papers. And they are literally going back and forth in the room and saying that in the prenup infidelity, if they find that she literally cheated, he automatically gets half of her assets. So he finds out about Tara. She tries to say she gave him a pass, so she knows he cheated. Next thing you know, he gets like I don't know what, $5 million, y'all. $9.5 million of her money because she cheated on him. And so the Mama Joyce, aka Etta, walks out like, you ain't shit and you never gonna be shit. Nina goes back to her office where she used to work and it's completely gutted out. So, which pretty much implies that it was never a business in the first place. Now, last time I checked, they had a whole meeting with several employees, including Nina's assistant. So, were all of those employees in on it too? Was it fake? What was going on? How the hell did Nina not do a background check on this damn business? It was just a lot of holes that just did not make sense. And then at the end, we find out that Freak of the Week and Maurice and Kandi's character and her husband and the rest of that crew were all in on it. They all scam couples, I guess, and people out of their money. So that was supposed to be the big plot twist, that they were all in on it. So typically, if a movie is done well, that ending would have been perfect. But it wasn't, because one, when you really think about it, going back to that golf scene with the fellas, if they were all in on it from the beginning, why were they having that conversation about Shayla allowing Dion, or whatever his name is, to get a pass? Why even have that conversation? It wasn't like they were having that conversation in front of Nina. So to even have that conversation when it's just amongst the fellas, it was a scene where they was trying to force information on the audience, but it didn't make sense if they was all plotting and planning from the beginning. There's no need to fake and funk like you guys are married when you weren't married in the damn first place. So because of that ending, it just made so many other scenes in the movie not add up. So when I finally got to the end after falling asleep twice on this shit, I said, what the hell, Todd and Ronnie Brown? I said, how in the hell do you have this plot twist when you have so many loopholes throughout this whole damn story? Now, maybe that's just me, but I was just like, y'all know, okay, hold on. Tyler Perry, yeah, that switch was a bro. Okay, so y'all feeling what I'm saying? Because to me, it was so bad. I couldn't find the words to be able to do a pre-recorded video. I had to be able to jump off of y'all and get some dialogue or some comments on it because I was just like, maybe it's just me. Y'all know they film all those bedroom scenes. You know what? D, who said Nicki Minaj videos? Hey, L. Oh, Shayla, you know I was about to give spoilers. Go ahead and watch it. I'm sorry, boo. I am so sorry. Walking her in the film resembles her real life baby father, blocking Jermaine Dupri. Now, teeth. I was like, when I watched this foolishness, but I knew it was a scheme. Yeah, and here's the thing. Yes, it's his first film. But here's the problem. As someone who I watch movies and TV shows all the time, independent stuff, I do that. I've seen better from people who lack the resources and the money that Kandi and Todd have. And one thing about it is sometimes you have to understand you're not good at everything. Now, Todd, from my understanding, is a great reality show unscripted producer. But in this situation, especially if I feel like you could have hired a great writer and you could have produced it because the writing just was not there. It wasn't there. It was so many things. I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And again, Drew is a great actress, but she could only do so much with what she was working with. And it's not that damn good when pretty much most of the cast, if not all of the cast, were also producers and associate producers on a damn movie. That's when they didn't really have enough investment to get this movie up and running in the first place. I was like, how is most of the people in the damn movie also the producers? Because Drew was a producer. Freak of the Week was a producer. I think the guy Maurice was a producer. All of them was damn producers. And that's when I was like, oh, this is a red flag. Hey, Tiffany, what's up, girlie? Yeah, so sometimes you have to really be able, and here we don't have much room for error when it comes to people who look like us. Let's just call it what the hell it is. We just don't. So when you have the opportunities that you have, you need to bring it every single freaking time, in my opinion. I could give them a certain amount of grace being the first movie, but to a certain extent, I can't because remember, y'all got millions. Y'all got bags on top of bags. You know what I mean? So it's like, and you're in Black Hollywood. You're in Atlanta, where you have some of the top people now who live there, from writing to producing. Sometimes you can't try to hog everything because you want your name attached to everything, because this could have been done much better. Period. You know what? She is frugal, but the problem is she's frugal on the wrong things, because she of all people understands, in order for you to make money, you got to spend money. Like, you have to. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you really, especially for her, she really wants to pursue the acting and to get the other accolades and awards, this ain't a good start. It just isn't. Exactly. Frugal. McDougal. Exactly. Yeah, and that's another thing too. That's gonna have to be another topic, Tiff, on that. Yeah, it wasn't cohesive. It was not cohesive. It was all over the place. You guys, I fell asleep on this twice. Like, no lie. I fell asleep on it twice because it was just like, what do I say? My notes was all over the place. And, I'm typically consistent with, doing what I need to do. But I was just like, what is there to say? But I was like, well, since I already posted, I'm gonna have to do a review on this shit. But yeah, like if I had to give it a grade between an A and an F, I'm gonna give it a D minus. Final answer. Damn it. Yes, a D minus. But that's me. Some of y'all loved it. And I would love to see your opinions in here. Some of you guys loved it. And again, I'm all about hearing different opinions. Staged rich stay rich by pinching their coins. Yeah, but at the same time, good movies. And the thing is, you can still have a decent budget. Your budget don't have to be in the millions. You can still have a good low budget film and it can make millions because of the quality of the story. It takes no money. If you're like, here's the thing. If Todd was really a great writer and he was the writer on it, if it's a good script, it's a good script. Like literally, but you don't have to spend, especially for an independent film, you don't have to spend that much money on a great like writer, especially with this strike going on. I'm assuming it probably wasn't even SAG, it wasn't even union. You could have got you a good ass writer for that for pennies at this point because of what's going on. That was basically a mother's love too, but a film exactly. I was better off hearing in the whole damn thing legs and hips and body, body, body. That would have been more entertaining. But again, it's just me. Oh, you rewatched it. I know it was hard. I know it was hard. Well, damn, Tiff. I was trying to be nice, but hell, tell it like it is. Your opinion, everybody's opinion is welcome here, honey. She said a F minus. That's what she said. Damn, L said a F as well. Okay, well, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice, but okay. So some of y'all feeling the same thing. We followed that cast for 15 years. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up on them. Yeah. Well, it's from my understanding, I think I want to say, don't quote me on it, but I think Love B. Scott was the first one who dropped the exclusive on it, that they're thinking about a reboot. Allegedly, they're also saying that Kenya already allegedly got the boot. That's why she was so free in her interview with Carlos King. But yeah, apparently they're also trying to save money because we all know Kandi and Kenya are the highest paid housewives. And if they're not bringing it anymore, why not bring a whole new cast and you're not paying as much? Yeah, like they are in auntie status. It's given a fake Lifetime. Yeah, it was definitely a Lifetime movie. I didn't give them an F because the cinematography was and that's another thing too. The cinematography was decent, but again, I don't care if you're Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett. If you ain't got a good script, you have nothing. You have nothing. The script is the foundation for everything. Even people who aren't really great actors, if they have a decent script, a good director can pull it out of people. And let's give another example, since we talking about badass movies. That damn Karen movie that was out maybe a year or two ago. The damn Karen movie. Yeah, with what was the girl from Orange is the New Black and Hustle and Flo, what was her damn name? Taryn Manning. That damn Karen movie. He thought that was about to be a thriller and a horror, and it ended up being a comedy because that damn writing was so bad. Mind you, he had very good actors in that movie. All of them have an actual acting career. But I don't care who you get. If the writing is garbage, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So that was the problem that I had with this one. That's the way I was just like, it's the writing. Everything starts with the writing. And if the writing's not good, none of it's going to flow. The film was okay, but the ending seemed rushed, and that plot twist just seemed to be for shock factor. Exactly. Everything was either for shock factor or just push the story forward, but it wasn't pushing the story forward to progress it. It was just pushing it forward to just finish the movie. And that's what it is. It was shot in 10 days, but I'm wondering how long Todd took and this Ronnie person took to really develop that script. I'm curious. Probably 10 days, the damn self. Probably 10 days. Yeah, exactly. You totally forgot about that movie because it's forgettable. That's why it's forgettable. Yeah. Uh-huh. It was funny. It was a comedy, and it wasn't supposed to be. But I laughed my ass off through that whole freaking movie because the writing was garbage. Exactly. It was trash. Why was Maurice the only single scamming? You talking about in the movie? Well, the whole group was scamming. They were all in it together, which is why I was like, now that we know they all in it together, there were certain things that just didn't make any sense. If you between you and your boys and you guys know you guys are scamming, why are you faking the funk like you married to Shayla or Shay, whatever Kandi's character name is? It's amongst the four of y'all. So you know you're not married. So why are y'all playing the funk right now and you're not even in front of Nina? There was another way that they could have played that where we still wouldn't have known, but they did that to try to push the story on us versus giving that natural story flow. That's the thing. I low-key feel that Kandi hijacked Todd's idea and made changes. Who knows? But what I do know is I felt like he wanted to get a fetish out. Because how many freaky tale scenes did we have? We had 2 with Nina and the girl, 1 with Nina and Maurice, one with one with the Freaky Tales and the assistant. We had about 4 or 5 Freaky Tale scenes. Sound like somebody wanted to get a fetish out. That's what it sounded like to me. Yeah, the group was scamming, but all the alleged married couples were in on it. So exactly. That's why I was just like, yeah, Erica Peoples, she from my understanding, I looked her up. She's a trained actress. I want to say she went to Juilliard, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say she went to Juilliard. So again, though, but you can only do so much with a damn horrible ass script. Maurice was the only single one who scammed with. No. Here's the thing. I don't think at the end, I could have sworn that Shay and Dion, or whatever that damn guy's name is, I don't think they were actually a couple. I thought they were all scamming and they weren't a couple. Like, I don't think that, and that's what made it even more where I was just like, y'all ain't even really a couple. They were pretending like they were couples. That's what I think. But again, maybe it's just me. Did y'all think that Kandi and that guy were actually a couple at the end? I thought that they were faking the funk for this 7-year scheme that they was doing. And I'd be damn, I don't know any scammer that would take 7 years to do all of that. 7 years? 7 years, and now all of a sudden you think about a past and you've been married to her for 7 years. That was another thing that threw me off. Ain't no scammer about to go through that. Yes, honey. Yes. Which honestly, I thought for sure that Kandi would have played that freak of the week character. I think she would have played that because y'all know there's this show on All Black called A La Carte or something like that Kandi was in, and she kind of played that seductive type of role in that show. So I thought for sure that would have been up her alley to play that role. But maybe she didn't want to play that role with Drew, especially now since they beefing. Yeah, I don't think none of them were married, which made it even more. I was like, so y'all was at the golf, y'all was golfing and faking the funk for who? For us? You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly it was just for the audience. So why y'all are crazy in this chat? Tastes like candy, Sour Patch, y'all are a mess. So yeah, so that was my review on it. I literally, when it's this bad, typically I do not do the review because it's hard for me to flow, and it's hard for me to give my entertainment on it because it wasn't entertaining. And it's different typically with unscripted reality shows to talk about it versus the scripted, because the scripted, the story in itself should flow. And if it doesn't flow, I'm not going to be able to flow and give my commentary. And so I hope you guys were able to follow what I was saying. But overall, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. You was entertained. You was entertained by the movie or me or both, brother. Either way, I know you always down to support me, and I love you for that. She played that kind of role on the shot. One thing Kenny's gonna do is like, yeah, for real, for real. That is one thing she is going to do. Which again, I would like to see her in other type of roles. I mean, because she's kind of in a sense playing herself a lot. Because she ain't got no problem admitting that she like to have fun or be a freak. But I would like to see her in something total opposite that she's never played before. But yeah, between Candy's Faces and Drew's Whisper and Skinny Mama Joyce, yeah, Todd was really trying to let out that Mama Joyce. But here's the problem, though. Etta, the Mama Joyce character, ended up being right about all of them in the first place. So that's what I'm saying. Todd, what are you saying? What are you saying, dog? Because the mama ended up being right. She wasn't as overbearing or overstepping her boundaries like people, I guess, were trying to imply in the beginning of the movie. She ended up being right. They were scamming her. She got wrapped up too much and too involved in these people, and she didn't even really know them. Which another thing that threw me off, you are probably in your 20s or 30s, been married to this man for 7 years, and your only friends are his friends that you met through him. That didn't make any sense either. See, if there would have been the mother and maybe a best friend that she has had since she was a child or something, that it would have been low key being her mind and brain for her, pursuing certain things and looking up certain things. Like, I would have loved if a friend or the mama started investigating. If she would have went to the parent, like went to her mom or a friend and said, this guy looked really upset and was calling Maurice Trent and saying that he was in Boston and Maurice was in Boston, and they started pursuing, at least them. I would have preferred if she did it, but if they would have started pursuing and doing more of a background check on him. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't make no sense. Aw, thank you. Oh gosh, it cost you $5.99. Oh no. Oh, you paid for the prescription. I mean the prescription, Lord. The subscription for a month. I'm so sorry, Tashonda Child. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you already had Peacock, sis. My bad. Your review is the best part. Thank you, brother. Ty know he's a scammer from the Bronx looking to clean Katie. Oh, Lord, allegedly, we don't know. Brother, we don't know. We don't know. But it's interesting that Etta character kind of reminded us of Mama Joyce. Well, Kandi got y'all. Hi, Rochelle. Is it Rochelle? I don't think I've ever seen you before. Welcome. Hit the like button. What you mean got y'all again? She didn't get me. She didn't get me, and Todd didn't get me. I'm gonna give my review, and that's that. But yeah, I'm gonna need them to do better. And the thing is, they can do better if they stop trying to attach their name on the produced by, directed by, written by, associate producer, cast by. You don't need to put your name on everything. A Spike Lee could do that because a Spike Lee went to film school. You know what I mean? So he understands story. And so that's why we got a lot of classics from him back in the day where he could do produced by, directed by, written by, and he can act in his own stuff as well. He could do that. But damn sure ain't no Todd or no Kandi. Now I have reading. Oh yes, 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 yeah, definitely. Um, Yeah, he is definitely from the Bronx. He's from the BX for show. Um, Yeah, watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the drama version is definitely more dark than of course, the comedy version that we grew up on. Um, I'm checking out this Tay Digg and April Jones. Oh my gosh, is that how they met? Is they did a movie? Aren't they together or was together? Don't tell me that's how they started getting together is because of a movie. So this is what I'm talking about. But look, I am all for independent filmmakers making their moves and making their way. I love it. However, I feel like they have to understand that there is always going to be criticism. There's going to be critique, constructive criticism. And I hope they are able to take it. I know the guy who did Karen, he had an issue with his backlash. And I'm like, you just need to suck it up because the shit was garbage. Like it is what it is. Everything is not going to hit, but if anything, it should motivate you to do better. Failure is a way for you to progress and do better, not for you to just automatically assume everybody who's saying something is a hater. That's not the case. Sometimes your shit just don't hit and it's not good, and that's okay. Um, no, the old school cheap. Oh, you want her to watch the old school Fresh Prince of Bel Air because you know the Bel Air, the new Bel Air is also on Peacock as well. Oh my gosh, Karan, you talking about Lakeview on All Black? Is that what you talking about? You talking about the one with Samuel L. Jackson? Because there's like a Lakeview type of show or something like that on All Black, and oh my gosh, that is not good at all. Let me know, Karan, which one you talking about, because Lakeview Terrence was it was a decent that was a decent movie. That was the one with Samuel L. Jackson and not Carrie Hilson, Kerry Washington. Oh, with Samuel. Yeah, that definitely had better quality though. It definitely had better quality. Yeah, the new Fresh Prince is definitely a drama for sure. Totally different from the one that we grew up on with Will Smith. But yeah, you guys. So I know some of you guys watched it, but overall, do you feel like my review was pretty accurate? Or if you disagree, by all means, let me know too. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have people who are gonna disagree with me in the comment section, which is fine. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me. Some people said they absolutely loved it, and that's clearly the audience for them. There's an audience for everything. It just wasn't for me. I'm new to you, sweetie. I will subscribe. Kandi is very cheap and putting out all of these cheap things will catch up to her. Hey, Rochelle, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing also. Yeah, but here's the thing though. I think she's only cheap on certain things. Like, I've never been to her restaurants. Has anybody been to her restaurants? Y'all let me know. Have they been to her restaurants? Because I think to do the restaurants and stuff, it costs money. Her Tags Boutique, I actually have a couple of items from Tags Boutique. But all of them get vendors who are cheaper and then they up the price. Like, that's normal. But I find that her stuff that I bought from there is cute, and it doesn't, like, Sheree was trying to throw shade saying that after one wash it's done with. That's not true. So but yeah, there's certain things I think she can't be cheap on, but honestly, in this situation, yeah, it was cheap as hell. It was cheap as hell. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you, Elle. Yeah, it wasn't hitting. Thank you, Rochelle. Yeah, it was lacking. See, I be trying to be nice. See, look, you got Chris, and Chris came out. Then you got Nicole, because Nicole can get quite ignorant. I was trying to be decent, and of course, you're gonna have, because Kandi got them type of stand fans like a lot of other people. They feel like she can't do no wrong, and that's fine. I mean, they gonna automatically support and root for her regardless. And here's the thing, I don't hate a Kandi or a Todd. I'm just saying they could have did a better job. No way I got millions and I don't put my best foot forward to do the best I can. And here's the thing, she just produced, I think she was a part of producing the Tony nominated play with Samuel L. Jackson. Didn't she just come off of that? How do you come off of a Tony nominated play that you helped produce to this shit? How, Sway? How? Why would you even do that to your resume? They got nominated. And she had Samuel L. Jackson and somebody else in her play. Like, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. And then literally you go from that to this. That was just like Eddie Murphy getting nominated for Dreamgirls and Norbit end up coming out. And next thing you know, they was like, only a nomination only. That MF ain't about to get no damn Oscar after putting out that damn Norbit shit. You can't tell me Norbit wasn't the reason why he didn't get that damn Oscar. I'm sorry. You got to be careful of certain things that you put out there, especially when you have a huge fan base like that. If this was in the beginning of your career, you have time to work things out. But with Todd, this is not the beginning of his career. Maybe the beginning on the scripted level, but he has a name behind him on the production, and he's with a woman that has a huge name. They could have did better. Period. It is what it is. Oh my gosh, brother, you're gonna have to asterisk some of the stuff that you say. Some of this stuff you can't say in the comments. I see that D word. Okay, so let me see. No, I heard some of her restaurants in the past did not pass the health inspection. Oh my gosh, really? Oh no, Tiff, really? Thank you, Shayla. I ain't ate at the restaurant yet, but according to the streets, the food is too saucy. Oh, you know our people love to put salt in their food, especially seasoned salt or Tony's. I mean, and they said both locations are in the hood. Oh my gosh. I can't with him. I cannot. Because she wanted to help her man, but she needed to help her man better and say, I love you, but you need to get a better writer, and we need to do this right if we're going to do it. Yeah. They ain't receive an A grade. Are you? Oh my gosh. I hope that is allegedly. I hope they got A's. I hope they got A's. Norbit is a hot mess classic. It is a classic in the sense of the one-liners that Eddie Murphy with his classic ass comedy can do. But he went from, remember, Dreamgirls and Norbit came out the same year, and he was nominated for Dreamgirls, and people kept saying, because I think he won a Golden Globe that year for Dreamgirls, and then all of a sudden, before the Oscars came, Norbit came out, and next thing you know, he didn't get it, and he was so disappointed. Allegedly, I think he left in the middle of the damn Oscars, but yeah, I think Norbit kind of messed it up for him, but that's my opinion. D's just like this film. He is. I love him. I love him. I love him. Kandi don't have to have her name on everything. She don't. And neither does Todd. Sometimes you got to sit up there and allow professionals to get in on it. Otherwise, you're going to be another Tyler Perry. You can respect Tyler Perry for his business acumen in a sense that he's been able to start from the ground up. I know some people got their issues with him, apparently, allegedly, on some of the stuff that he does behind the scenes, allegedly. But as far as him putting his name on everything and being the writer, the producer, the director, the actor, we clearly see where that has gotten. Okay? Okay, so sometimes it ain't good to try to put all of them slashes behind your name. That's the whole point. Film and TV is a collaborative effort. It's a collab. That's what makes great film and TV. Todd can have his own independent projects, yeah. But you know what's so crazy? These Chitlin Circuit type of movies, a lot of people do make money off of it. Now, again, I don't know what type of money, but some people, like the production company that did that Keisha Cole movie, they have produced a lot of movies, including that Bobby the Barge one. So for them to continue to keep making movies, some money has to be made somewhere. My man. Exactly. Now I love Kandi, but y'all know I'm gonna tell it like I see. Exactly. I heard they shocking people. Brother, what you talking about? Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm glad I did not post that, Rochelle. That's the comment I missed. I'm glad I didn't post that. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Whoo, y'all taking it there. Look, Kandi coming into this chat with the freaking dialogue. I love Norbert. That's one of those go-to movies when I he didn't want to laugh. Yeah, I mean Eddie Murphy is always gonna give classic comedy. About the Amazon post, Rochelle, what you said. I luckily right now I'm not, I guess, monetized in the sense of doing AdSense and stuff, but I think there's certain words that can't be spelled out all the way, from my understanding. When I get to that point, which by the way, you guys, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers. You guys, we're almost getting there. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, we're definitely gonna have like a live party. Yes, we're gonna have a live party. So we are getting there. The Chris crew is getting to 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000, from my understanding, that's where the more strict rules come in as far as what can be said or what can be spelled out. But I'll read all of that and I'll give those ground rules at that time. But yeah, Norbert and the clumps on my face. Yeah, Eddie Murphy's always gonna give classic characters. That's just what he does. I know that's right. From your mouth to God's ears. Yes, by Thanksgiving, by Turkey Day. Hopefully before that, but yes, definitely. But we getting there. You use so you can say that. Okay, okay. Well, look, I definitely let's try by Halloween. I know that's right, Tiff. Look, I know that's right. Let's run it up. But yeah, you guys, that was the review on the pass. It's a pass for me. Okay, it's a pass for me. Look, I can't even say A for effort. I was about to say A for effort. No, ain't no A for effort, my ass. C for effort. C for effort. Cinematography and stuff like that. But again, with the resources and all of that stuff, you can do better. You can do better. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, it's not like you're dealing with someone with a 9 to 5 job who's taking the little bit of money they have to try to create a movie. Y'all got money. Y'all got money. So I ain't trying to hear, ain't no excuses with them. But again, that's my opinion. For those who love it, when you do comment, please let me know if you loved it and why. Not because you're just fans of Kandi, but why you actually love the movie and why you like it and how you like the story. I would love to get a different perspective on it. But it seems like almost everyone in here kind of agrees with me. I like that better. You got it, Chris. Thank you, Shayla. Y'all make sure y'all don't pass that. Like, yeah, hit the like button, hit subscribe, share my channel with your friends. See if they like what I bring to the table. They ain't where I use mine. Rochelle, I like you. I like you. I am glad you found my page. I'm glad you found my page because it seemed like you fit right on in. You fit right on in. Welcome, Rochelle. Welcome. But yeah, you guys, that's all. We're definitely doing the Love During Lockup review on Saturday. We will be doing a live review on it. So I think it was actually pretty fun and great vibes last Saturday. So we're going to do that again this Saturday. And then I have a couple of stories that are coming up that people have brought to me in my DMs that I'm probably going to talk about as well. And then, of course, my normal reviews on the reality shows. So definitely, I think in 2032 be gonna be everything. Oh, hell no, Shayla. Let's not even put that in existence. I hope not. I hope not. Tubi is like YouTube for movies, for like independent films and stuff like that. But I no, I hope not. I really hope not. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you stop by and cut up. Yes, please cut up with us on Saturday because we had a ball last time. Tiff, I don't think you was here, but yeah, we had a ball with our live on Love During Lockup. So we're gonna see what it brings this week. Yeah, Shayla, yeah, I hope Tubi is not. Tubi has literally licensed and been able to license some good stuff. Like I said, they have Lovecraft Country. They have some decent stuff on there, but they had to license it. But the people who are independent filmmakers who can just add their movies on there and like the Tubi originals, that's the stuff I got an issue with. That's it. But it's, yeah. So I don't know. Tubi stepping that game up on the independent stuff. Yes, Nene. I did miss you because I was like, Nene was ready for that live, and then she was not here. But it's all good because we can get busy and time gets ahead of us. Ain't no shame in this day and age. These young ladies say and do it all publicly. I'm senior citizen. I'd be shocked I did some in my day. But no, oh, Rochelle, yes. Aren't we grateful that we grew up at the time that we grew up? Because that's what I say. Like, at the end of the day, I didn't have social media growing up. So it was some stuff that I did where I am thankful there's no proof. Now these girls and these guys don't understand. As soon as they post on social media, it is forever there. I don't care if they delete it. It is forever there. So yeah, Tubi is coming for. I hope not. I think the storyline with Nika, they are going to drag out. Yeah, we shall see. But with that being said, y'all, I appreciate you for taking time to listen to me talk my shit about this damn movie. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. I'm sure people gonna do a replay gang and give their comments on it. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me. I would love to get different perspectives as long as we're respectful and we can always agree to disagree. But I would like to hear if someone actually thoroughly enjoyed it and why, besides the fact that they are fans of Kandi. Because, you can be a fan of someone. I don't hate Kandi, but I can also have a perspective of saying, I can respect her business hustle, but at the same time, understand when I see garbage and I don't like something. But, that's my opinion. So with that being said, love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. You guys, welcome Rochelle again to the crew. Yeah, I'm so glad to be an 80s baby. You better say that. Or like my brother who got an old soul. Ain't nobody exactly. With that, you guys have a wonderful evening. Love y'all. Make sure you hit the like button if you didn't on the way out, and I will see you on the next video. Toodles.